Welcome everyone to the Australia Day special of What Really Grinds My Gears. Episode 6 and 7 will be Australia Day specials because Australia Day happens between the two episodes. So I have to rant about what is leading up to Australia Day and of course rant about what happened on Australia Day and all that type of stuff. So let's get started. To What Really Grinds My Gears this week is, the first thing I got up is Sydney's Teens. That account on Facebook. Where they got girls sending in pictures of themselves in really revealing clothes and all that, like wearing bikinis, wearing bras and underwear, and all that type of stuff. Like, I got a mate who put a status up on Facebook like weeks ago now, saying that just got added by Sydney's Teens and my girlfriend's profile picture. My girlfriend was the profile picture. Like, how ridiculous is that? That a guy is getting added by Sydney's Teens by an account of one person getting all these girls on their account, and then finding out your girlfriend is actually the main picture. Like, seriously, that is just weird. I'd be freaking out. I'd be going to my girlfriend asking her why she's on that account and all that type of stuff. But, if you allow it, you allow it. But I think it's just stupid that people are just displaying themselves like this, like nothing. Like they've got nothing to show. You got heaps to show, especially all the girls that are on there. You never see a girl with small boobs on there. They're all got big boobs. I've only been on once, but that's all I had to see was that couple of photos. And it's not that I want to see that. I really do not want to see all that. I prefer to see Sydney's Teens where girls are dressed up in almost like... Most I want to see gone in short shorts and a singlet. Because that's what Sydney Teens should be. Not wearing bikinis and showing off like... You look like you want to be 12s. All the 12s are doing that. They're dressing up and like trying to show off themselves. Like, why? Why would you want to show off yourself like that? It is just stupid you want to do that. Like, no one wants to see you showing yourself. Everyone, like, you might think the guys only want sex, and you wonder why guys only want sex, because you give it to them. You give them the opportunity to take it off you. If you actually meet guys like some of my friends and myself, like, who actually don't just want sex, they actually want a relationship, like a friendship or a relationship, someone to talk to, then stop posting photos like that on Facebook. Or giving it to someone to post on Facebook. It's just stupid. You're attracting the wrong type of guys if you aren't after them. You'll get a guy messaging you, say you're hot, saw your photo on Sydney's Teens. And then you go, and you start talking to them, and then suddenly you don't want to be having sex with them. And then the guy will just move on. But a guy like me would say, well then why the hell are you putting the photos like that on Facebook? For everyone to see and go after you. That's what you've got to think about when you do that. Why don't you put it out for a couple of people to see? Everyone in the world will see it. You've got to think about that, people. You've got to think about your repercussions when you do things like that. The consequences. I'm done with that. No matter how many times I talk about that, it won't go anywhere. The flag keeps falling down. Okay, so, this is it's obviously directed at women, but nipple sag. All the women who are walking out there and like having their nipples hanging out everywhere. Not hanging out of their top, I mean going through their top. Like, seriously, if all the girls I know that actually respect themselves don't want to show off their boobs to everyone. And especially their nipples. Like, why would you want to show them off? Honestly, all you're asking is for guys to just go, no, you don't want that. I can tell you now you don't want that, because as soon as a guy does it, you'll go, oh, you're a perv, don't do that, stop looking at me. Exactly what you'll do. I'm going to look at you. I'll be directly honest. I will look at you if you're going to wear that type of stuff. This is where I got the idea from, because I saw it. And, like, that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, you're going to have guys looking at you and guys commenting on you, and you're going to turn around and go, oh, you're a perv, stop looking at me. Well, then stop dressing like that. This came in, like, the next bit I'm going to talk about, it kind of relates to this as well, is gym outfits. In, like, these really, really tight clothes. Like, this one I saw was a woman who had full-on gym gear on, and then either wasn't wearing a bra, because she had small boobs, or wasn't wearing a bra with any padding in it. Now, like, all I can see there is SLUT. You've seen the warning why I won't actually say it. But like, that's what I mean, guys. Like, it's just stupid that if you want to dress around like that. Like, I see girls in my school doing that. I'm not gonna mention any names or any years, but I've seen girls who are walking around either not wearing enough padding in their bras or just not wearing one at all. And I've seen girls in my school not wearing bras at all. And that's just ridiculous. Every girl should be wearing a bra except for when they're probably going into a shower. Or going to bed. Like I heard it's bad for girls who wear bras when you're going to bed and all that. I don't care. That's at your own house. It's different. When you're out in public, you should be wearing a bra. Unless you're wearing a bikini, then you're wearing a bikini. You can't do anything about that. You just get a bikini with a bit of padding. Like, you don't want people to keep looking at you. If you want people looking at you, go to King's Cross. Honestly. Like, people at King's Cross will get anything you want there. You'll get sex, you get money, you get drinks, you get AIDS, herpes, you get everything there. If you want all that, go to King's Cross. Seriously, like, if you want to find a decent guy who actually talks to you and be nice to you and treat you right, stop dressing up like you're meant to be going to King's Cross. Seriously, like, we don't want to have to see all you doing that and then comment on you and then you tell us to F off and stop perving on you. So, like, towards the gym outfits as well, like, that's how it's up. Like, if you don't want people looking at you, don't wear such tight gym clothes. I got a gym under my house. I don't need to be wearing really tight clothes. I wear a pair of jeans, pair of shorts. I don't show off anything. Like, guys do the same. Guys wear those really, really skinny singlets because they got muscles. Like the muscle beach singlets. Like, you don't, like, guys are a bit different. Like, guys are, my flag's falling off. It's a bit different for guys because they don't have any private areas to show on the top of their body. All their private areas are down below. But still, is the fact that, like, they're still showing it off like they got, like, they might as well wear no shirts around, honestly, because that's what those singlets are. They're pretty much no shirts. They go about here. Like, they don't even cover up the guy's nipples. They go past the nipples and that's it, and then it shows off everything else. Like, I've got my neighbours who are massively buff guys. Don't wear shirts when they come home. They go to the gym and they take their shirts off and they walk in the front door. They walk around in their backyard with no shirts on because they got bodies to show it. But then again, they're in their 20s. It's a bit different. The girls of my age, they're 17, 16, 15, 18. 18's a bit different. Because then you can go to King's Cross and actually be that person there. People are giving Campbelltown a bad name when you dress up like that. Especially ones who actually go to Campbelltown Performing Arts High School. Like, seriously, you don't want to get giving Campbelltown a bad name. Campbelltown's a fantastic place to be in. I've lived here all my life. Nearly 18 years I've been living here. Never had a problem with Campbelltown. Had a problem with the people in Campbelltown because some people are just idiots. But that's just, like, that's not Campbelltown itself. Some of those people I've had problems with weren't even born in Campbelltown. People have had problems with me, but that's me because that's the way I act. That's not Campbelltown doing that to me. Campbelltown's a great place. Stop giving it a bad name. Okay, next thing I'm talking about. People who don't listen. In other words, I went at work on the weekend, and then I went past a customer who knew me from my old job. And I went, "Excuse me," and she went, "Good, thanks." I believe I said, "Excuse me," not "How are you?" Like, that type of thing is just people who don't listen to what you say. Like, I have that problem too. Like, I don't do it. Like, someone will say, "How you going?" Like, I'll say, "Good, thanks," or sometimes I'll just say, "How you going?" back. But, like, there's times when people have gone to me, "What are you doing?" I go, "Good, thanks." Or even, like, a joke from a comedian, Carl Barron. He went, "G'day, Johnny," and he went, "Good, thanks." Like, that type of stuff. Like, people just don't listen. If you're gonna, like, actually talk to someone, make sure you're listening to what they're saying. Like, it's different if someone says, "G'day, Johnny," and then "Good, thanks." But I said, "Excuse me." Just proves you didn't listen at all. But anyway, like, that type of stuff is just... And, like, same weekend. Oh my god, these flags are starting to annoy me. I feel like taking them off. Like, I had, because Australia Day's coming up, people looking for eskies. And I hate when people look around the whole store themselves and then go, do you have any of this stuff around the store? Like people were looking for Eskies for Australia Day, and they go, you got any of the hard Eskies? And there's a 4 on Australia Day display in Woolworths in Macarthur Square. That's all the Australia Day stuff is just there in that section. That's where I got the glasses and the flags from. $2.50, $2 from Woolworths, guys. If you need flags and glasses, go to Woolworths. All the reject shop. I saw my sister's got like full Australia Day glasses. They're full blue and Australia Day logo, Australia Day stars, and the Union Jack are on the glasses like this for $2.50, $2 at the reject shop. Like that. If you need stuff, go there, guys. Like, don't go get expensive stuff. This Australian flag is like that was bought years ago. So yeah, but like the people who look around for stuff and then don't actually people who don't even look. I hate when they do that. Like they thought, oh, I don't want to go around the whole store looking for something. I'll just call people up to the registers. Call us out of our job to come and help you because you won't be able to go and have a look around. Like you're making us do what you can do and probably find it yourself. It's different if you can't find it and you've looked around. Then I'll be happy to help you. But I get really annoyed when people don't have a look around and then ask for help. Why people stand in the store? They go, "Let's go. Excuse me, can you help me find this product?" That type of stuff. Like that's different. People just go, "Oh, excuse me, can you get someone to help me find something?" Yeah, sure, whatever. Like the service desk won't care. They'll still call us up to help you. And it annoys me because I'm always the first one up there, up to the registers to help someone. And it sucks. Because I want to continue my job and get paid for my job and get my job done. And if people comment on this saying, like, the people buying your products in the store gets you paid, not necessarily. You don't necessarily get us paid. Me doing my job and getting your products onto the shelf gets me paid. That's what gets me paid. Not me helping you find stuff is getting me paid. Because, in other words, only time I've ever been actually paid any money for helping someone was when I was at my old job at Foodworks, is when I actually took some bags for an old lady to her car, and she gave me a $2 tip. It's the only time I've been paid for a job. That was 2 years ago. Only time I've been paid by a customer for a job. Okay? Same weekend as well, 12-ies wearing no bras. Like, seriously. This 12-ie I saw, seriously, did not have small boobs either. And like, I looked, and she had an open-backed top, like dress I should say, and then she turned around to walk out of the store, and then all I saw was just open skin. Not open skin, open dress, and then just skin. There was no straps at all. No straps going up, no straps going around, nothing. No bra whatsoever. I'm thinking like, are you serious? You're a 12-ie! Exactly what I'm saying about you, like people going to King's Cross. Like I heard on the news on Tuesday, that Barry O'Farrell, in about 2 weeks, is hoping, is a law that's going to go around his 11 o'clock shut out at King's Cross to bars and that. Like you can't go in after 11 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, drinks are cut off. Last call for drinks. To stop the fights and the violence. And if you throw one first punch, it's a minimum of 8 years in jail. You're screwed. That's what I had to throw that little story in as well. Like, I can't believe. I thought 8 years for a first punch is a bit bad, but then again, my sister kind of implied, it was for the king hit punches. It's probably not for walking up and going, yeah, you want to fight me, mate, and then punch in the face. It's more that someone's turning around, and then you've just gone, bam, right into their head. That's just like, that is complete dog. I've seen people in my year at my school have done that. Now, a guy I know who watches these videos will know who he's talking about because I was right in front of him when he saw it. And he's got the same name as the guy who punched him. And like, people will kind of get the hint to that of who it was, but I'm not going to go any further with that. If you know, you know, there you go. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's stupid. Like, why would you do a king hit? Why would you be a dog? If you're going to fight someone at all, do it front on. Make sure they know you're going to fight them. Don't walk up behind them and go, hey, pff, before they can even get a chance to turn around. It's just dog. Like, you don't want to have to be living by that. Like, you go to jail for 8 years for throwing that punch. And what do you get up? And they come out and they're going to do exactly the same stuff because they won't learn. Going to jail won't teach anyone anything. I'm being serious. Like, I've seen guys at my school, like, speaking of, like, being in jail, like, the same thing applies to school. Guys get suspended, expelled from schools, the same type of stuff. They don't learn. They stay the same. If they go to a new school, they're still the same. I know exactly the same bloke who moved to 3 hours away. Still the same guy. Still throws punches, still a dog. Oh, that's like... Alright. Kids with, like, 5-year-olds with iPods and iPads. Like, come on. When I was a kid, the kids now, their favourite... They go ask them, what's your favourite toy? Mum's iPad? Mum's iPod? My iPod? When my favourite toy as a kid was dirt. Or the sandbox at the preschool. You guys play in the sand, you go move your tractors around in the sand. That's what kids do. That's what kids did in the 90s. Like, I'm not fully into the 90s. Like, I was more than halfway into the 90s I was born. 1996 I was born. But, like, still, that's what kids at my age were doing. You played in dirt, you played in sand, you played on the grass. You threw a ball around, you kicked a ball. You didn't sit down like this. Someone's calling out your name all the time. Oi! 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 For what? I'm busy. That's 5-year-olds. They're doing that. Like, I understand, like, kids, like, they've got some games on the iPads and that keeps them entertained in that. But, like, then again, all you're doing is letting your kid be objected to electrical products early. And I got into electrical products too early. But then again, like, that's the way that the world grows up. The world grew up. I grew up with electrical stuff when I started turning about 10 years old and that. That's when electrical stuff started to become about easy for people to get. Is that it was going that easy to get stuff and it was easy to buy. And it was easy to get for parents to get and give it to your kids. But then again, iPods weren't out. iPads weren't out. Mobile phones like a smartphone weren't out then. So we couldn't do anything that was serious on them. Like, I had a little toy. Like, I got little ambulances and a little tractor for my stop motions. Like, that's all it is. You push a button and they make a noise. That's all they were. Or you got a tractor and you move the handle and you use it as a... Or even you got... I've seen, like, the ride-on one. They've still got those. There's ride-on tractors that kids uses and they go into the sandbox and they pick up some sand and blah, blah, blah. That type of stuff. Like, swing sets. Swing sets only exist partially now. Like, almost every park you go to, they got the same design of a playground. When you used to be a kid, it used to be a swing set. That's all it was. When I had a cubby house. I had the 2-seater swing set, monkey bars, the actual swing, and then the actual seat swing. I was wondering, like, that's what you had when you were my age. That's what you had when you were a kid. And that was heaven. That's all a kid wanted. And you get little toy cars you ride around, like the mall has now that they put their kids in because they're too lazy to take them. They're too lazy to take a pram, so they carry them into the mall or into the square and they put them in these cars and they push them around. Like, kid has a good time. But then again, that's just being lazy. Like, if you push them in a pram, like, it's kind of the same thing. But, like, then again, I find it's annoying. A lot of people say it's a good thing. It's a bit of a good thing, but I hate when parents have, like, the kids sitting in front of them on their chest and just let them dangle there. I've seen kids walk around on top of their mum and dad, like, in those, I don't know what they're called, and they just sit, and the kid's sitting like this. The kid's dangling like that, with his head tilted back, and I'm thinking, don't you even look, like, all you do is look down and you see your kid, he's got his head back, nearly breaking off its neck. Like, it's just, I could not believe that I saw that. It just, like, shows how stupid some parents can be and how ignorant. And how much they could ignore their kids and just, like, how much in pain that kid could be. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's stupid that kids have got iPods and iPads at their age. Like, I understand an iPad, like, mum and dad's iPad, you give it to your kid, it's got a few games on there, blah, blah, blah. But when they get older, don't give them an iPad at 5 years old. Or an iPod. I've seen 12s walking around and like they've got photos on Facebook and they've got a big massive iPad in their hands. I was lucky to get an iPhone when I turned 16. I wanted to get a new phone. I was going to get either Sony Xperia or an iPhone. And I didn't really want an iPhone because I thought Apple was crap. But now I've got a MacBook Pro. I've got an iPhone. I'm big on Apple stuff now. But like, that's just me. Like I'm a bit more into editing and stuff. That's how all these videos come about. They come about the editing. Anyway, 2 more things to talk about, guys, and this video will be over. It's going long enough. People will slow down too early, like to traffic lights and that. They start slowing down at 2 kilometers from the traffic lights. I saw it when I was leaving work on Sunday. I'm going at the traffic lights at the new section of MacArthur Square. Like, turn right to go to Bunnings, turn left to go to MacArthur Square, straight you go to Blackson Road, and that way you go to Glen Alpine. I was going right towards Bunnings to go home. And then I saw this car. Like, where the turning lane starts, that's when that car was starting to slow down. That's about 1 kilometre back. There was nothing in front of him towards the traffic lights. He was slowing down then. I was still going 40 k's. So the traffic lights, I wasn't even braking. That was just slowing down by the gears. The gears were slowing me down. I didn't brake. You need to start braking about 500... Like, I saw about 500 metres, I think I started braking from. That's probably wrong, but that's me. Because I trust my car and trust my brakes. People are slowing down 5 kilometres away from the traffic lights. It's just stupidity. Like, if they get a burst of traffic lights, and then the traffic lights change while they're about that 5 kilometres apart, and they're slowing down to 20 k's, they've got to put it into they've got a manual. They've got to put it into first gear and then go, like, try and get that little burst of energy, but they can't get it because the car's going too slow. Anyway, last thing I'm going to talk about came actually on Tuesday is Nike clothes and like all the people who wear them. If you think about it, all the people who wear them. Now, I'm not trying to be racist, but I am racist. But like the Arabs wear like the hats and some of the slicks, but that's like their dress up. The people who wear them and are not Arabs are the people who are the druggies, and the people who are going to steal stuff from stores. Like they wear the duffel bag, they wear the Nike tracksuits, they got the Nike hats on and all that, and like just a plain shirt. And you see them, they're always walking around together. They never split up. They've always got their head down. Or they're up and they've got a smoke in their hand. They've got something in their hands all the time. It's always got something. And it always looks suspicious. Every time I see those people come into a store, I watch them. That's probably stereotyping. But then again, you dress like that when the people who do dress like that steal from stores. And especially if they come on with a bag on. And they refuse to show their bags. They just walk out. Like, just stupidity. And it's, I had one more thing on just to say. I got to say some stuff about leading up to Australia Day. I'm a bit annoyed, like it's to do with the Esky thing, is how many people are coming up and asking for stuff and not looking. Like, if you want something for Australia Day, go look for it. If you can't find it in the store, then ask someone. Like, I had people come up and ask me for stuff. I said, oh, try Big W. I saw some, like, tough Eskies in Big W. Try there. I can't recommend the other store because Big W is the only one, like, maybe Dan Murphy's and, like, that might sell them, but I can only recommend like stores that actually belong to Woolworths. I can't recommend stores that belong to Coles or belong to any other store. That's the thing. Like I see like Dick Smith recommending JB Hi-Fi all the time. I think that's a bit wrong. Shouldn't be recommending a competition. Anyway, guys, have a good Australia Day. I really appreciate you watching. Like 25 minutes, I think this video will go for if I by the end of the video. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to the videos. Check out my stop motion page here. You got Facebook and Instagram down here. Hashtag GrimesMcGee's here. Twitter over here. And you got YouTube up there. Thanks for watching again, guys. I really appreciate it. Like, keep sharing them. And again, as from last videos, tell me what grinds your gears. Especially coming up to Australia Day. I want to know what grinds your gears. Like, send me videos, send me photos, send me a message. Tell me what grinds your gears. I want to know. And I'm thinking about if I get that to take off and get people to do that, I might even start having people come in and join me in the videos. I might start off with my friends, I don't know. Like, I'll see how it goes, and if I actually get people commenting and telling me what grinds their gears, then they'll all be shown, as long as I don't mention anyone. You mention people in particular, then I can't show it. And I will delete it. I'll delete the message, delete the status, delete the, tweet, anything. Just don't tell me who it is. Just tell me, like, a range of people. Like, say, like, 12Es, adults, people in King's Cross, like, all that type of stuff. But thanks for watching, guys, again. Stop motion's up here. Instagram and Facebook down here. Hashtag GrimesMcGee's here. Twitter here. YouTube up there.